One of these is dinner and one of these is dessert.
All right. Being 7 o'clock, we call this meeting to order. First item on the agenda is the acceptance of the agenda.
So moved?
Second.
Moved and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, unanimous. Walk-ins, anyone here for walk-ins? Seeing none, moving right on. An opportunity that we're looking forward to, actually, to meeting our new library director. Jenny, come on up, please.
Hi.
First of all, congratulations
Thank you.
on accepting the position and being offered the position. We're
Thank you.
thrilled to thrilled to have you, and from everything we've heard, we're doubly thrilled, if I can put it that way. So I'm just going to open it up to the board. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about yourself first. Just
Sure. My name is Jessie Finney, and I'm really excited to be here. I was the library director in Whitman for a few years before I came here, and I live here in town, and already love the town, already love the library, so I was really excited when I saw the position come available, and I'm just really happy to be here.
We're happy to have you. Board, anyone?
You were here before you applied for the job?
I live in town, yes.
Right, nice.
Yep,
Good.
yep.
Great. Thank you.
What'd you do before, a couple years at Whitman, what did you do before that?
I was a medical librarian at the Children's Hospital, and prior to that, I was a grants financial manager, also at the Children's Hospital.
And I have to ask, you related to all the other Finneys?
I am.
You
I
are?
am.
Wow.
Yeah. My husband's grandfather is the one that owned the garage.
Aldi, yeah.
Okay,
Go
great.
back, wow.
What's your favorite book?
Wow. Throwing out the tough questions.
You can give him any answer you want.
Pam's been.
Yeah, he can't read. He can't read, so, any answer you want is fine. He's just waiting for the movie.
Crime and Punishment is my favorite book, but I really like the Harry Potter books too, so equal opportunity
Crime and
reader.
Punishment was a good one.
Well, we were very fortunate, as you know, over the past 20-some-odd years to have just a great director and a great library staff under Kathy, and we were very happy, and she just brought the library up to a new level, in her stature here, and we're so proud of that. We wish you the absolute best of luck with it also. We have no doubt that you'll continue that tradition, really. So,
Thank you so much.
Yep. So, good luck with it. Have you started, or have you?
I've started. I'm in my third week now.
Okay, great. How far, so good, or?
Wonderful. Everybody's been great. Yeah.
Good, I hope so, yeah, I'm sure they will be, so.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Just want to say welcome.
Thank you
Welcome.
so
Look
much.
forward to working with you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you too. Thank you. I
And
appreciate it.
we'll all see you.
Okay.
Right?
Happy holidays.
Thank you. You too.
All right, thank you. Pam, some advanced borrowing.
Good evening.
How are you?
Well, thank you. How are you guys doing?
Doing very well.
Fine.
Good.
Go ahead, tell us what's going on.
All right. We would like to borrow, we're going to do an interfund borrowing on the April 9th, 2012, Article 4 period J, voted to appropriate the sum of $375,000 for the purpose of conducting assessments, analysis, design services, and/or engineering for selected town and school buildings, either for renovation or construction, and to further authorize the treasurer with the approval of the selectmen. So that was voted in. It was
Okay.
approved, authorized, but none of it's been issued yet.
we're
So
gonna
we'd like
borrow
to issue $225,000
From stabilization,
for the stabilization fund.
and then what do? Put that back into stabilization, so
When
it's-
she does a ban, she'll
Yep.
have to true it up by June 30th.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll do a ban by June, fiscal year end.
discussion.
This is stuff we've done quite a few times in the past.
Yep, in the backup material was the fiscal year 2013 capital improvement plan. And the way that we chose to do it was through new borrowing, and that's what we're doing.
That's what we're doing.
Move.
Motion?
Please.
Will the Board of Selectmen vote to temporarily borrow
a sum of $225,000 from the Stabilization Fund to be used for Article 4J of the Capital Plan, April 9th, 2012. Annual town meeting, as permitted by Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 44.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
See you, yeah.
The next is an authorization, the Mass School Building Authority Initial Compliance Certification. This is the building project, and I think it's just naming the Chief Executive Officer, in this case, the Chairman of the Board of Selectmen.
Move the Board of Selectmen authorize the Chief Executive Officer, Chairman of the Board of Selectmen, to sign the Massachusetts School Building Authority Initial Compliance Certification on the behalf of the town of Scituate.
Second?
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? That also is unanimous. Annual license renewals.
Move the Board of Selectmen vote to renew the liquor licenses for Scituate Country Club and the River Club for 2013.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous. Next.
Move the Board of Selectmen vote to renew the common viculars license and entertainment licenses for Scituate Country Club and the River Club for 2013.
Second?
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. Thank you. Next.
Move the Board, go ahead, John.
Move that the Board of Selectmen vote to renew the following common viculars licenses for 2013. Ronnie Schoen, known as Homemade, Coffee Corner, Wilbur's North, Egypt Country Store, and Riva's Pizzeria.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Discussion. All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous.
It's going to be a quick meeting.
Oh, well. Agenda item number 6, to close the annual town meeting warrant a few weeks ago, or a month or so ago, whenever it was we opened it. This is to move to close it tonight. Motion or discussion first, or whatever?
Well, I know that we've gotten several petitions.
Yep.
So this would be the day that no more petitions could
Right.
come in.
Yep.
Right.
And it seems like people knew about it because we have
We
probably.
publish it, the towns are allowed to establish regional deadlines for petition articles, so that's why we do a web blast and put it on the webpage, so.
And people know about it because we got about 6 in there, so.
Yep.
Can I just ask, when do they come before us? At any time between now and town meeting?
I
And
will
we don't-
give you a list, Kim keeps me honest, at your next meeting, I'll give you a list of all the non-monetary warrant articles, because you have those by petition, but you also have zoning articles, other departmental requests that don't involve money. So I give you a list of all those, and you'll have them for your next meeting, when I give you the budget.
So even the petitions that include money, or that have financial impact, you'll give us?
Yeah, you get it all, and then we schedule the petitioners to come in. I know Kim's been talking with a few of them today, perhaps you can answer better.
Well, they thought they needed to come to tonight's meeting, and I assured them that that was not the case, that their petition article would be included, and that they would be called late January, early February, and have the chance to speak to their petition.
Great.
Move the Board of Selectmen vote to close the April 8th, 2013 annual town meeting warrant at 7:10 PM.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
It's unanimous. Agenda item number 7, town manager's report.
The town administrator has no report, Mr.
Town
Chairman.
administrator has no report.
It's like world record pace.
Other business. Starting any place you want. Rick?
Yeah, the only thing I wanted to bring up was, last week, I was at Jenkins School, and there was a real wonderful Immigration Day, where they had which kid, it was my 4th grader, was putting up immigration posters. They went around and interviewed family members and showed family trees and stuff. And what was really just very fun about it was, obviously, there were a bunch of kids that were choosing their, talking about family members from Ireland and so on, which was all great to see, but many of the people were dressed up in costume, and I started counting all the different countries that were represented and stopped at 15. So there was Bulgaria, there was China, there was Russia, there were just a whole bunch of different countries, and the diversity of it was really cool. And the teachers were really into it, and the students were really into it. And particularly with all schools being in the news these days, that was a real positive thing to see. And it was just a real credit to the teachers at Jenkins and the staff at Jenkins. And I'm sure this was going on at all the other schools as well. It was just a fun thing to be at.
Great.
That's it for me.
That's it for you. That's great. John, anything?
Quick question, I guess this is to Tricia. GATRA, where are we at with GATRA? Do you know, or do you have an idea?
Florence is meeting with Frank A. the end of next month. We're still working out some administrative and billing issues with the route they're doing now, so we want to get those straightened out before we go into the secondary one.
Are they doing the route that we discussed at our meeting back in September? Is that what it was? I think, or thereabouts?
They had a public meeting, public hearing to solicit feedback from the public on that a couple months ago, and they're reducing that feedback, and they're going to come up with either a revised route or a similar route that they think that, based on feedback and need, that they think the town needs. So they'll be coming back to the board.
Just on that, when is that public meeting? I only asked, I was at the
It was-
Council on Disabilities, and they were asking questions about it, and I just didn't have
The
answers.
meeting took place, I believe, either late September or the beginning of October. I can check for sure.
Perfect.
Yep.
The second thing I wanted to raise was, if you go down to Stockbridge Mill, the old mill, you'll notice that there's a park that has really been built out, and it's well done. It was done through CPA funds, I believe, and one of the things, it's accessible, and I was just at the Council on Disabilities a half hour ago or 45 minutes ago, and they said it was done right. It is accessible, so well done to Dave Ball and the people who did it, and it's a great asset for the town. I just thought I'd raise that. If you haven't seen it, stop by. There's parking, and it's a nice little place. Probably not now in the winter, but certainly in the spring and the summer, it's a great opportunity. The other thing I just wanted to raise with the board was I was at the Council on Disabilities meeting, and they recently had a hearing before the Architectural Access Board relative to the MBTA intersection of Stockbridge and Old Driftway, and that there will be doing a site visit, the AAB, which is the Architectural Access Board, because the town is trying to demand that crosswalks be placed that are handicap accessible in that vicinity, and the MBTA is for all intents and purposes, trying to say, no, they don't want to put them there. And so there is going to be a site view. When I find out, I'll let you know about it. But right now, the town has been successful to at least ask the AAB to show up and take a look at it, because they certainly understand the argument that the town's putting forth to demand that those crosswalks be put there.
Stockbridge and Old Driftway?
Correct. When you come up from
Animal shelter.
the animal shelter and you come up
Yeah,
over
yeah.
towards
between
Up by the bridge.
That's Old Driftway, yeah. So
Oh, at,
South Shore.
the intersection is where the light is. the top of
at the
bridge.
light. Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, all right.
Aside from that, Merry Christmas. Thank you.
Sean?
Tony go first, that's all right.
Yeah, I don't, Rick kind of touched on something quickly, all the tragedies that are going on in Connecticut. I just want to make everybody know that all the principals have sent out emails to everybody, and that the school system is really looking at the security, and they've had a plan in place that they're implementing, and, just let everybody know out there that they have been really proactive in regards to that, and, thank you all for that. We had a forecasting meeting last week and started the process of that, so that is a good first step in that. I know the budget is underway now, as Trish probably spent most of her weekend banging out the numbers. On a happier note, basketball season starts tonight, so if you're at home and you got nothing to do, go down to the high school. They're starting in about 5 minutes. And as John said, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays to everybody.
I have a couple things, Joe. First of all, I got this book here today that was just printed out about the Cliff Hotel.
Oh, you
I'm going
got
to pass this around. I've one of the first ones put together by Nancy Murray Young and Pam Lind. Coming through it, there's some really neat photographs and articles and so forth, dispatch records. It was, I remember the night it was burning. I was coming home one evening with my mother, and you could see it from many miles away. I was too young to really remember it, but it's quite a piece of history, and
Sure is.
Make a good gift or something like that. But anyway, I thank everyone involved in putting that together. It was given to me, and I think it's pretty neat.
It should be excellent reading, really.
Right.
Do you know
That's,
where, is that going to be at the
Oh,
Front
I'm
Street
sorry,
Books?
yes, yeah, thanks very much. $30 at Front Street Bookstore. Yep, so,
Wow.
get them while they last. Yep.
Right.
And again, on, as Tony alluded to, on a happier note, sitting up here as a parent, this just really excites me to bring something like this to the, to the board. I was up here today and I was talking to Jennifer Vitelli, and she brought it to my attention and sent me the news clip. I just showed it to Tony very briefly, but I hope Jamie and Jane Noonan don't get upset with me, but their daughter has achieved quite an accomplishment. I think I mentioned it to a couple of you earlier. For the first time in Navy's history, 3 girls have been appointed to submarines, and one of them being Jamie and Jane's daughter, who not too long ago helped our own Scituate Recreation Sailing Department. And I just think as a parent, you can read it quick, it's great article. They've got to be so proud, and it makes me proud as a selectman in this town to see something like that, someone from a small town. It's just neat. Congratulations to the whole family, and they should be very proud of her.
Congratulations from the board. Yeah.
It's really quite an accomplishment.
Thank you for bringing that up.
Yep, thank you.
I only have one thing. About a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago, we sent a letter to the school committee, if you remember, asking for help in obtaining the land up at Man Lot in 3A for the public safety building.
Yep.
We have not yet received a reply. I just want to ask the board for it's okay to send a second letter, just reminding them that we have a letter to them, and it's not yet going to be, it might just fell through the cracks someplace, so if the board doesn't have a problem, I'll send that letter.
Definitely, and that's.
a great idea.
That's the location that we're thinking of putting the public
Public
safety
safety,
building
yeah,
and
yeah.
pool control, because back in 1975 or something.
Yeah, so I'll just send another letter. It'll be almost a duplicate of the first letter, which is really different heading, I think. Other than that,
Yeah, that's very important, because public safety, that's extremely important stuff, and that's going to be a linchpin in moving forward on many aspects of things, so by all means.
as all the board has mentioned, Merry Christmas to all.
Couple motions here about minutes.
Go ahead.
Move the Board of Selectmen vote to accept the minutes of March 13th, 2012.
Second?
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous.
Hey, that wasn't a joke.
All right.
Move the Board of Selectmen vote to accept minutes of December 4th, 2012.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? That's unanimous.
Motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn. Merry Christmas to all from the board. Enjoy the holidays and enjoy Christmas.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? It's unanimous. Good night.